What's up, Australia? We got a surprise for you guys today. We are gonna be redesigning some AFL logos.
2 teams for you today. I'm gonna be doing the Carlton Football Club and Thain is gonna be doing the Port Adelaide Football Club. Hey Thain, why did you pick Port Adelaide?
I chose Port Adelaide because one of their older logos has a hand grabbing a lightning bolt. And I thought that was pretty sick. Why'd you choose Carlton?
Well, with them being one of the oldest teams in the league and them kind of refreshing their logo to something old, we kind of felt like there could be some slight improvements that would really make it look a lot stronger. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
I chose Port Adelaide because they have an older logo. I think that it was quite a bit more powerful of a logo than their current logo. The current one's it's very monogram like. It's a 2 serif letters, kind of intertwined. There's a shield. That's kind of it. But the old one, it's like the quintessence of awesomeness, okay? It's got a hand, a lightning bolt. My process, I'm thinking of kind of bringing that back. I'll still like update it, refresh it a little bit. I am gonna change the typeface. I got a good idea for the typeface. I think it'll be very well liked.
Carlton Blues being one of the oldest teams in the league, I thought that it would be smart to kind of pull from their kind of older stuff. I do want to keep the idea of the monogram. I think it looks really good on their jerseys. I think it's a great icon for the team, but I just feel like what they have right now is just a little bit messy. It's a little bit hard to make out what letters are inside of this monogram. And to me, it just doesn't feel like it has much flair to it. So what I kind of thought is kind of keeping that same monogram, maybe giving those letters a little bit of serifs on the ends and a little bit of relief between the letters too, so you can really make out exactly what words or what letters are going to be inside that monogram.
I've got some sketches ready to go. So like I said, I'm going to be bringing back the fist. This is kind of like my final idea for what I kind of want that to look like. And I really like this shape here. I think this one has good potential to be a really good base shield type. That's what I got so far.
Going pretty good. Kind of getting some ideas, mostly like looking at these old season tickets for the Carlton. Like these are from the 40s. Really cool. Just kind of taking inspiration from that.
All right, I think I'm done with my sketch. Time to take it to the computer. Right now, I'm kind of just breaking out the rectangle tool, just getting like the simple shapes put together, you know? Starting with the like whole badge shape I'm kind of going for. All right, trying to decide on a slab serif font to use for this, and I found this one called Kager. It tells you like the designer who made it, and this guy's name is Cenk Diesel. Kind of rivals Chuck Norris a little bit, I feel like.
I've learned from doing a rebrand before that sometimes coming up with new and your own ideas sometimes can be a slippery slope. So that's why this time I'm really just trying to lean more into the history of the team.
I am getting my typeface decided upon right now, getting it finalized a little bit. All right, starting on one of the main elements here with the lightning bolt. It looks very rough, I know, very rough.
A lot of times I design in red or green or blue or something just because it adds more contrast. I think it's easier to see the shape of something. A lot of times I'm working just on the gray background. So if I made it blue, it's just a little bit harder to see. This is the moment that Spencer's been waiting for, changing the logo from red to blue. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up for the day. Tomorrow we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish these bad boys up.
All right, guys, we're back again for day 2. A little further today, kind of getting some stuff finished up, and then we're gonna react to them.
Sometimes when I've just done too much clicking and dragging, I just have to get back to something a little more on hand.
I think I kind of finished up the logo, getting some secondary stuff put together, and probably gonna start working on a jumper.
All right, just finished up kind of the main logo that I want to use.
All right, I think I'm finished here. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, feeling good. All finished up, ready to go.
All right, guys, we finished up designing, and wouldn't you know it, we're here on the couch, ready to react to the logos now. This is their The one they rebranded to in 2020. Pretty simple. You got the P and the A with the slab serif. Dates there. They kept the stripes. That's cool. But honestly, I just felt like there wasn't a lot going on, you know? Like for a standalone sports logo. It feels very simplistic and minimal. And here's what I made.
Oh, dang, dude. Kept the stripes in there?
Yep, got the stripes still. Ooh, that typeface look familiar
Marvin?
to you? Yeah. I kind of I wouldn't say updated it, but I made it look kind of sporty, added some angles.
Yeah, I like that.
Kind of spaced it out a little bit too. The kerning on it was super tight. Tried to keep the color scheme. I did like the color scheme from the other one. The one this is based off of has a gray in it, but the gray is so close to the white that I just don't think it worked.
I really like the way you did that lightning bolt too, like kind of like you did in the text there. You kind of added those reliefs. It almost kind of gives it some really cool overlap and dimension. And I think for how simple like the hand is, like it's very easy to tell that it's a hand.
Oh, that's good. I was a little bit worried about that. But yeah, you notice I kept the stripes, I kept the date.
Yep.
The colors are the same.
I really like too how this is like a full emblem altogether.
Yeah, I kind of try to keep that. The other one was kind of like a whole shield type badge kind of thing. I kind of tried to keep that idea. I added the wave motif too because it's a port.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, Spencer and I kind of went back and forth with that top space right there where it says the FC. We went back and forth on adding like a lighthouse. In the end though, it kind of was just like too much, and like I wanted to show that it was a lighthouse without being the point of attention, but it just didn't work out. So now it's an FC.
Kind of a small space, especially where like the hand and the lightning bolt are like so strong in there. Yeah, it'd kind of be hard.
But I ended up saving it for an alternative logo.
Oh, that's way cool.
So those are the two alternate logos.
Nice.
Yeah, still got the fist with the lightning bolt. And there's the lighthouse I was talking about. That is a lighthouse in Port Adelaide is what it's based off of. And here's their jumpers. And or gunslingers.
Don't call them gunslingers.
Anyways, here's their jumpers and or Guernseys. So they have an old one that's kind of like a lightning bolt that's kind of just going down the center. That one I really liked, so I tried to keep that as like inspiration. I mean, that's kind of where this idea came from. Obviously, they're very different.
Dang, that's pretty sick, dude. I really like how it's symmetrical. That was one thing about the other one, is it was kind of asymmetrical.
Yeah, it was asymmetrical. Colors were, I mean, not that that's that big of a deal, but one side was like white, or one side was blue, and then there's the lightning bolt in white, and then it was black.
Yeah, I think it really helps center the number.
So yeah, that's kind of, there it is as a whole.
Yeah, awesome job, dude.
Thank you. I tried my hardest.
And I feel like it's like a very kind of like modern and like just really cool and fresh take. Old Carlton.
Yeah, that's the one with that all the letters as one letter.
Yeah. One thing that I kind of felt about this is that it was just like way too crowded. They had kind of way too much going on that you kind of lose some things, like that C in the center where it overlaps the F kind of just makes it look like an E. It just kind of looked a little crazy to me. So I thought kind of keeping something similar, kind of used a monogram for a long time. Maybe I can make a monogram, you know, that would make a little bit more sense. Maybe be a little less crowded, but kind of still tell the same story.
Hey,
this is what I came up with here.
I like the shield shape a lot.
Yeah, I really wanted to bring back like a shield, something to kind of encapsulate the monogram there. That way it kind of felt like, you know, for like a main logo, it kind of had like a structure to it.
Yeah.
Took an old word mark from something they used a very long time ago, and I thought, you know, it could be something really cool to kind of bring back and also kind of match the vibe.
Yeah, it definitely still works with this style too. I like that the C goes in front of the F and then comes around and goes behind it.
Because I kind of wanted them to look like they're interlocking.
Yeah, that's very nice.
We have the C in the center for Carlton, and then the B in the left corner for Blues, and then the F stands for football, and the C in the bottom stands for club. So it's kind of like Carlton Blues Football Club.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to create something that had all of that.
Yeah, without being too much.
And then I created a secondary mark, something that was a little bit more geared towards Carlton Blues.
Yeah.
So I did a CB there, and then I added kind of in that blank space just the date that they started.
That's an interesting way to do the date, but it works very well.
Yeah, and I thought, you know, it was maybe a little different and a little bit weird, but I thought
it definitely balances it out a lot.
And that was kind of the goal there. This This is their full word mark. Kind of has somewhat of like a hand-drawn feel to it.
Yeah.
Still. All right, so now we got the jersey design. One thing that was pretty prominent in their branding was using the monogram on the front of their jerseys. So I kind of wanted to stick to that.
Yeah, I like that.
And then kind of put that secondary one on the shorts there.
Yeah, I think that works very well.
They were actually named the Blues from their jerseys, so I wanted to keep them pretty simple and pretty like true to that vintage look.
That makes a lot of sense actually, to keep it so it's just the blue.
Did kind of add a gray color to it just to kind of break up some of that blue.
Yeah.
I feel like breaking that color up would just make it easier to kind of like see the players on the field.
Yeah. You'll notice, people out in the audience, these are the mock-ups that we used for our NBA ones. But in our defense, it was really hard to find an AFL jersey. So
yeah,
this is what you get.
And one thing that I did too is like for the numbers, I try to keep that kind of like a vintage like style.
I think
as well.
you chose a good typeface for that.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for watching this redesign video. We had a lot of fun. We love our Australian fans and teams out there. Please drop down in the comments what you think of our redesigns, what you maybe would change or what you thought was really cool that we did. And always remember to like and subscribe. Keep us going.